Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Episode 406. Episode 406. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. Need no further introduction, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for all of your support and love, man. Let's continue to go up. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. 3-1, man. We off to a crazy start. JD5 is the future. He is the future. We got our franchise quarterback, man. Hey, man, for real. We used to pray for times like this, man. Shout out to the loyal Washington fans, the diehards out there, man, because, you know, this is, bruh, come on now. Come on now. We putting the league on notice right now. Let it be known. We putting the league on notice. What Jaden Daniels and our offense has been able to do, Cliff Kingsbury delivering, Jaden Daniels delivering, our offense, all our skill players, making sure everybody is making the right moves. Jaden Daniels composed, poised in the pocket. That Monday night show out against the Bengals, 38 points. Then you get this 42 points, 3-game winning streak, man. Hey, and then what I love about Jaden Daniels is that he's efficient. And also, he don't create a lot of turnovers. That's important. His turnover ratio is amazing. He got his first turnover. We got it out the way. But he's composed in his pocket, bro, and he's athletic. He's one of those quarterbacks to really look forward to in the future, man. We got our franchise quarterback. We putting the league on notice right now. Man. Like, for real, I haven't felt this way since the RG3. And then prior to that, here's the era that's been in my life of best football that I've seen from Washington was the Clinton Porter, Sean Taylor, Santana Moss era. Then you had the RG3, kind of Kirk Cousins era. But now this JD5, it's a different era. New ownership, new GM, new regime, man. It feels great. It feels great that we're being talked about, looked in this light because, man, for real, we've gone through a lot as an organization. But Jaden Daniels, man, rookie of the year already. I think so. I think rookie of the year. I can't say already, but I do think he's already in the running based off the start he's got. I feel like he's the best quarterback in this draft. I've spoken about it on the podcast before, but I feel like he's the best quarterback in the draft. For sure, bro. For sure. And already 4 games in, he has a rookie of the week. He has an NFC player of the week already from what he did on Monday and showed out, man. What I'm loving about our offense right now and what he brings to our offense is that not only is he composed, he's making the right plays. He's not just throwing ill-advised passes. He's not just taking a sack. He's throwing the ball away. He's sliding. He's doing a lot of the little things. And for us to not really punt in the last 3 games is an amazing stat. He's 82 completion percentage. That's the highest in the NFL. He's showing up. And y'all better watch out for us. For real. Y'all better watch out for us. And when you really think about it, it's great for us. We're in a great position because we don't have that high expectation on us. The expectation wasn't for Washington to be in the place that we're at right now, number 1 in the NFC East. People didn't expect that. But I'm telling you right now, we're putting the league on notice right now. And this boy JD5, he is your ideal quarterback. He is what these organizations are looking for. He has kind of a Lamar-esque type of play style, but also he can stay in the pocket too and deliver. So he's a dual threat, and we putting the league on notice. And one thing I don't like about the comparison with RG3, I know they're Heisman's, but with JD5, he has started 55 games in his college career. So he's basically a veteran, and he's transferred his game to the NFL very, very effortlessly. It's been an effortlessly transition. The transition from him at quarterback to LSU to now, it hasn't really changed. And based off of his composure, he's a gamer, bro. He's a gamer, man. JD5, man, I'm telling y'all, I'm excited, man. As a Washington fan, you really used to pray for times like this, bro. Like, I just feel good. I know we have the rest of the season. It's a long way to go. It's a long season. You still have about 14 games left. But I'm confident in what we putting on the field right now. The defense stepped up the last game as well too. Once we get that together, get our DBs on the same page as well too. Stop the running game a little bit more. We've been doing our job. And also shout out to our O-line. That doesn't get talked about enough. Jaden Daniels has been just sitting in the pocket chilling. Lethal assassin as well too. Because if you give him time in the pocket, he's going to make plays. He's making the right decision. He's making the right choices, and that's why we are where we are right now. You have 23 straight possessions of scoring. He has more scoring possessions than he has incompletions on the season. He only has 19 incompletions. That's efficient, and that's hard to do in the NFL. And I think people don't understand the level of difficulty of what he's doing right now. He's doing something that's different as a rookie. And for the last 2 years, we've had C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels. They're becoming like we said before. The rebuilding mode in the NFL is gone right now. Everybody wants to win right now, and to get a quarterback like this, we on the verge of something. We on the verge of something special. I'm gonna let you guys know that right now. And I'm been a diehard Washington fan, 29 years on this earth. And like I said, I've lived through certain eras where we've been all right, we've been good. But I'm loving this right now because it's a whole new regime, new team, and it's time to go, man. It's time to go, man. So I just want to say shout out to Washington. They doing their thing. Let's continue to be consistent. Let's continue to play good football. Let's play smart football. And we really think about it, we haven't gave up too many penalties. And when we lost in that first game, the only game we've lost, you can tell the difference between our 3-game winning streak and the first game. It's just penalties. You know, you make mistake-free football, most times you're going to win. And then when you put an offense out there that can score at will, like Jaden Daniels is putting on a performance right now to where if he is consistent with this, and I'm not trying to, I know everybody is recency bias. We're in the moment right now, but if he continues to put up these numbers, he could be an MVP conversation. I'm telling you, he could be an MVP conversation. The NFL a little shook right now. I'm telling you, bro. We got a good one. And shout out to Cliff Kingsbury, our offensive coordinator. He's been an amazing quarterback coach. If you know his history, one thing you do know is that he can coach quarterbacks. From Patrick Mahomes to Kyler Murray to Johnny Manziel to Caleb Williams to now Jaden Daniels. The chemistry is already there. We clicking on all cylinders, bro. And the play calling has been great. Because if you think about that, how great the play calling has to be for you to score on 23 straight drives. Come on now. We putting good football out there, bro. And I'm just excited to see what we do moving forward. It was an exciting NFL Sunday, NFL weekend. So, you know, it's been a lot of upsets, a lot of things going on in the NFL. Like I said, this is going to be a very competitive year in the NFL, for sure, and I'm ready for that. Since we talking about football, y'all, UNLV, all right, this gentleman, Matthew Sluka, all right, this is his fifth year. He's a fifth-year senior, but now he just recently decided to use his red shirt. He was a starting QB before exiting the team because he had an NIL deal, but it was unpaid. So he didn't get the funds that he was promised. So he was supposed to get $100K. They've been giving him like a $3K stipend over a period of time, but he didn't agree to that. And also, I kind of understand too, and based on the NCAA rules, if you play past your fourth game, then you're not eligible to redshirt and you can't get that year back. So what he did was got his year back because they promised him something that they didn't deliver on. But one thing I will say, it's a teachable moment here as well too. I understand him not playing. I like the business move, and I do understand the business of college football now because these players should have been getting paid. How much these players are building these footballs or organizations in college is crazy. So they deserve to be paid. But one thing is, you need to get things in writing. So a lot of these NIL deals are coming from, we talking a verbal agreement, and verbal agreement is not always going to cut it in these type of situations. And I wish he did get something on paper so he could take that further. But I get it though. But they were 3-0. It was a lot of things going on, a lot of speculations if he should have opted out or he should have just continued to play. But for me, I would say he made the right choice because he's thinking about his future. A lot of times you got to understand it's only the 1% or 2% that goes to the NFL, goes to the next level after collegiate football. So I need that type of security. So if you promise me $100K, that's what I'm expecting, especially when I go out there and perform. But we were 3-0, and now I'm sitting here questioning what's going on with my money. I'm not about to sit here and continue to play for this team, and I'm not going to get my guarantee money, which you guys agreed upon. When that fourth game comes, then I'm not eligible to do any. Then I'm not eligible to redshirt. So now it puts me in the bind. So I think that was a good move by him strategically. And I understand that it's difficult now. It's difficult for college coaches, especially, to have players and discipline them in a certain way. Or, you know what I'm saying, to have a team, I would say basically like a good collaboration or team building when you have NIL players that's on the team, and they may look at the other players a certain type of way, and they getting this and they getting that, and then you kind of lose the bond of the team. And then also you got to think about the NIL deal puts, the coach in the situation where it's like, if you mess up, you say a certain thing, man, these kids nowadays would definitely be like, all right, I'm good. I can go elsewhere. I can take my talent elsewhere, man. On to college football. Continuing college football, man. Colorado is legit. All you haters out there is real quiet. You haters out there real quiet. Travis Hunter and Shedeur, man. Travis Hunter and Shedeur, they doing their thing out there, man. For real. I said this to begin with. I think both of them are top 5 NFL draft caliber players, for sure. Travis, I think, is number 1. But Shedeur is up there as well, too, bro. Like, Shedeur is so talented, and Travis is so talented, and what they're doing with that Colorado team. And shout out to everybody on that Colorado team, because the O-line, the D-line, and their wide receivers and their skill players are nasty. But Travis, man, special player, bro. And I think we need to stop talking about if he can play both sides of the ball. I feel like he will at the next level now. I've seen enough. And you got to think about how many plays he's playing on both sides of the ball. We can't keep saying what he can't do. Obviously, it's apparent that he can do it all, for real. He's really that good. So, and I also do think the Heisman odds, I don't know what's going on, but we've never seen a player like Travis Hunter play both sides of the ball and actually impact the game in that way. Almost having a touchdown or interception every single game, putting up numbers. That needs to be spoken about. And I get Cam Ward, and I get Gentry from Boise State. He's a dog. He's a dog too. So I get them being in the combo, but Travis should be the front runner right now. They're 4-1. They're beating formidable opponents. They're beating people that are actually good organizations in football. So I don't want to hear no excuses in that regard. And they continue to show up, man. They continue to show up. That pass with Shedeur rolling out to his left, man, they super talented. And I can't wait to see them on the next level, because I feel like they're going to be good on the next level. And to continue about the Colorado game, pregame, before the Colorado game, a lot of people come out and show their love to Colorado. Deion Sanders, the team, man, they're doing amazing. But, you have people that come out and want to see them. So this was a UCF versus Colorado game. It was in UCF. Cam Newton, before the game, walked up to Shedeur and Travis Hunter, and it didn't look like a good exchange. First, Shedeur Sanders, he kind of like shrugged him off and walked away from it, and it kind of looked weird, like just looking at a video with no context. And then Travis did basically the same thing. He was talking to him, and he was just like, man, whatever, man, whatever. But later on, him and Travis was cool and having a conversation. But to add context to it, Cam Newton, prior to the game, about two days ago, prior to the game, he has a podcast and in which he stated about Shedeur, and was saying Shedeur doesn't really have a main performance or a performance that stands out in college football yet. He even dated back to Jackson State to right now. And it did come off, not saying that he's hating, but it came off a way as like a certain critique that wasn't needed. And based on what he was saying, it wasn't really valid at all, because if we're looking at what Shedeur is doing out here, you have to give that credit. He don't put the opponent that's in front of him. What he comes to do, he performs at every game. One thing we can't say is Shedeur doesn't show up. He shows up every game, and he's one of the top quarterbacks in college football. I think he's a top 3 and could be top 1. So for him to say he hasn't had a real good performance or a performance that stand out, I don't think that's true. It is opinion based, but I don't even think it's opinion based, because he's performed. He's performed against the TCUs. He's performed against the Nebraskas, the USCs, the UCF. When he's going out there on that field, he's produced. He's a Heisman candidate type of player. And even though that Cam did what he did in Auburn, it's not even a comparison. We shouldn't even be comparing that. We know what Cam was. We know what he did. And he gets credit for that. And he deserves his credit for that. But in this instance where he was talking about it, it was kind of like he was comparing basically his Auburn stint and who he is as a college player to Shedeur and how he performs in these primetime moments. So I feel like it was an unfair critique and how he worded and how he said it. I can understand why Shedeur was just like, oh yeah, I'm good off you, bro. I can understand it. And then it looked even more weird because Cam Newton then was celebrating during the game with the UCF fans. So it's like, it was one of them situations where it's like, Dad, Cam, like, you a Cam Newton, but like also it's like, dang, why are you looking to be the center of attention in this certain situation? You feel me? Like, respect to Cam Newton, I respect it, but I do understand Shedeur's response pregame where he's just like, man, I'm good off of you. You feel me? I'm good off of you because you know what I'm saying? You're talking about me in the public eye, but it made it feel like it was personal in his remarks as far as talking about Shedeur. So, man, oh man, it's a lot going on, y'all. it's a lot going on. A lot of good news though too. This right here, man, hurt my heart, man. D Rose retiring. D Rose, man, like I've never seen a point guard as electrifying, as explosive as D Rose. Like, for real, he was one-on-one. That 2010-2011 season, he was one of my favorite players since Memphis. But D Rose, 15, 16-year career, man, it's so unfortunate because I feel like D Rose is the biggest what-if in sports. He might be one of the biggest what-if in sports. I know you have so many people that got injured that could have been that. But D Rose, man, come on now. Youngest MVP ever, bro. And what he was able to do in that short span of time, not even in his prime, basically, but at that young age was just phenomenal, bro. Like, it's no words for D Rose because D Rose paved the way for the John Walls, the Russell Westbrooks, the Ja Morants, those explosive type of guards, bro. So, like, hearing him retiring, it's bittersweet, though. It's bittersweet because it's like an era has ended in that regard. Hall of Famer or not, a lot of people are debating should he be deemed a Hall of Famer. It's tough, bro. It's tough. But I would say T-Mac is a Hall of Famer. And I would put D Rose as far as talent-wise up there. And he has accolades. He hasn't had the longevity of accolades that a lot of people do have in the Hall of Fame. But I do feel like he is a Hall of Fame caliber player. It's tough to say because barred injuries and what he did in the rest of his career. But I do feel like off the strength, D Rose, man. Off the strength, D Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, bro. Youngest MVP ever off of that alone. And it's a stat that it's never been a player ever not to make the Hall of Fame if they have an MVP. So off of that alone, him being the youngest MVP, understand all the injuries, barring all the injuries, I still think he's worthy of getting in that Hall of Fame, bro. It's a lot of players that we can name about what ifs, bro. Like, for real, it's a lot of players that we can be like, what if this, what if that. And more news, man, sad news, but in more news, just prayers and condolences for real, for those out there dealing with this Hurricane Helene. Devastating, bro, devastating. These things that I hate to see, Category 4, 15 to 20 feet high, like tides and water. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's scary and spooky, and it feels like a tsunami. Like that when you hear something like that, that's like a tsunami. And just for real, like, prayers to them because we going on about our days. We hear these things that are going on, but when things are not happening to us, we just like, all right, our attention span goes elsewhere. But like, actually really need to send our condolences out there because you got people without power. You got people, houses floating in water, bro. Like, the videos I was seeing was just crazy. And even the responses to a lot of these things going on, because it was officials that had mentioned and said, if you didn't evacuate and if you wasn't really looking at the news and taking heed to the information that it was giving, you might as well mark off your body with a Sharpie and we'll locate you later. That's exactly what they were saying, which I feel like is a terrible message to the people that you should be protecting. You feel me? I feel like that that report was just nasty because you have people that maybe not in the situation to just evacuate out of nowhere, or just get out of their situation, and you have people that have their homes here, and I understand materialistic things don't matter, but you never know people's situations where they probably couldn't even get out or evacuate in a timely manner. So it's a difficult situation, but I was like, dang, bro, dang. And like, and the one thing I will say that I'm blessed with as far as like where I live is just that we don't have that many national disasters like that. Cause like those my biggest fears, like tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunami. Like tsunami is like, what can you really do? If a tsunami is coming your way, like what can you really do? Like it's not even no evacuation plan for that. Like I don't even know what you can do. The strongest natural resource in the world is water. Like a little bit of water can kill you if you choke off of it. So like think about a tsunami or something catastrophic like that, bro. Nah, that's one of my biggest fears, bro. And it's a lot of things going on in the world right now. Like take heed to a lot of these earthquakes, a lot of these natural disasters. That global warming stuff is really real. It's really real. So a lot of things going on nowadays. It's just like, how can you not think that? How can you not? Hey man, we here again. Usher, man. I'm telling you, Usher out here tripping, y'all. We know Usher a legend. But DDG, hey man, shout out to DDG. He did the right thing. You not about to, come on now. You not about to hold no cherry up for my girl to eat out of your hand. Stop playing. Usher know what he doing, but cut it out, bro. Cut it out. And then, like, if you seen it early in the video, he dapped DDG up. I knew from that point on, he about to try something. And it's like, bro, and then you had the friend there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm just saying. Some of the friends to your girl, you gotta watch. You gotta watch now. She over here cheering it on. You know the girlfriend's shoe. That shows me right there. Right there. If y'all out, I can't trust your girl because she ain't got no loyalty. She ain't got to have loyalty to me, but it's just like, oh, yeah, I'm just smile and let you do that. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell to the nah, bro. DDG, thank you for reacting that quick and swiftly because he like, because y'all seen that laugh. That laugh wasn't in the sense, oh, yeah, I'm laughing at this is a funny moment. Nah, I'm about to go off out here. Like, what? Like, wow. Like, bro. Oh, bro. Like those type of moments, bro, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand when people do that in front of your girl and stuff like that, trying to show off, man, bro. That's how stuff happen. That's how stuff happen, bro. With Diddy, hey, look here, the whole industry is going down. That's all you need to know. It ain't about to be a pretty sight. It's not about to be a pretty sight. And then you have situations what's going on. I'm a further delve into it the next part, but the Cardi B and Offset situation, man, that was, whew. Like I said, I'm gonna get into that next part because that was a lot in itself. A lot I wanted to discuss based off of that, but yeah, that's a situation that's a tough situation to bring up and talk about because you have so many different views on it. But I want to talk about that when I get my co-host up here, cause, whoo, man, I'm telling you one thing that will hurt a man pride more than anything. If they doing wrong and they doing something that they not supposed to be doing, and they with their partner, and their partner do that same thing, and she get the same thing off as that man did, that man gonna be hurt, and that's what we seeing right now. That's what we seeing right now with this Cardi B and Offset situation, man. It's one of them situations where it's just like, I got my lick back, and now you salty about it. I am who I am. Is like you got to put respect on my name. That's what Cardi B is coming from in that in that regard. And then also she said some things where it's just like it's off limit, but also it's kind of one of those things where they've had such a public relationship, and we've seen so much transpired as far as cheating, them going back and forth. It's been a situation to where it's like, with Cardi B viewing it is like, Offset, you disrespected me in the public and embarrassing, and I kept it real and thorough. I've continued to have this relationship with you. I've continued my bond with you, and I've also allowed you at any time to be a part of our child's life. I didn't do anything janky. I didn't do anything like that. I want you to be a part of the child's life, and she told the world that he's a good father. But as a person, she just can't bang with what he's doing. And I get it. You feel me? I get it. And they're supposed to be married. They're supposed to have a certain bond. You feel me? And that's not being represented. And then also, I give Cardi, some pushback on that is because if you continue to allow certain behavior and they enable it, like, what do you expect is gonna happen? You feel me? Like, so it's like a situation to where it's like they're clashing in that regard about what he's doing, and then also what she's doing in response to what he's doing. So it's like it's one of those things where, like I said, as a man, bro, like that's one thing that it's a double standard, but it should that you gotta understand. You gotta understand. If you doing dirt and she do it back, you can't turn the blind eye, especially if she took you back for that. Hey, bro, you feel me? Like in this Cardi B, she one. She can get any dude that she wanted to get, and it's tough to hear that, but it's just like also you can't be outside doing these certain type of things, and both of them are top tier celebrities. You feel me? Both of them are top tier celebrities, and it's sad to see this because they do have children, and later down the line those may become questions of why they didn't get along. But yeah, I just don't like being in the public group chat. You feel me? Like, and even though I can't be a hypocrite because it's entertaining to me, but it's just like also certain situations I just be feeling like, damn, I shouldn't be hearing this. Feel me? I'm like, I shouldn't be hearing this. But yeah, it's another amazing episode, guys, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to Phase On View Podcast, man. Much love to you guys. And like I said, man, we on the road here. We on the road here. Content coming out, man. Make sure you guys tapping in with me. I got my YouTube channel, man. Make sure you guys tapping in with me on all social media platforms. We out here, bro. We out here doing big things, man. Just make sure you guys continue to show love. I want to have you guys on as well, too. So make sure you guys, especially on my IG Live, YouTube Live, when I go live, make sure to shoot me a message, shoot me a request, get you guys on the podcast so we can talk, man. Hey, much love. Episode 406. We out.